Hi, it's Mark Hancock from CUFE. Pleased to have the chance to update you on our company today. Our company has a variety of different assets across a variety of different sectors. We basically have an existing iron ore mine, which is producing, gives us some ongoing cash flow to support our other activities. And more recently, we've been looking to diversify into a lot of greenfield future-facing metal opportunities. We have things like a project up at Tenant Creek, which has an existing copper resource of over 7 million tonnes at 1.7% copper. Then we've got some greenfield exploration plays in both niobium, which is obviously a very hot area up in the West Arunta at the moment, where WA1's had a lot of success. And also we've got our North Dam lithium project, which also has some prospectivity for niobium and rare earths, which is down near the Mount Marion lithium mine in Western Australia, about 20 k's from there. In addition to that, we've got the YARRA Mine ore project. We're just working through the approvals there. That will be a project that will have low OPEX and give us the ability to get more tonnes into the iron ore market. In addition to that, we've recently been notified of a gold royalty moving into production. So that will give us a low risk income stream, which will also supplement our exploration activities. In addition to that, we've got the team to be able to execute these things. Our team's brought many mines into production over the years, and they've also been successful explorers. So good skill set to be able to take advantage of this nice asset piece that we've now put together. Corporately, relatively small company at the moment in terms of valuation. We're sort of around the probably 18 to 20 million, depending on the day. We just did a capital raising recently, raised $3 million to help to fund our exploration activities. And then that was in addition to the $5 million that we had at the end of last quarter. So we're well funded now to be able to take advantage of that attractive set of exploration activities that I mentioned. I'll expand on those a little bit further as we get to the individual assets. This just gives a bit of a visual as to where the projects are located. Again, I've spoken about the different commodities that we have there. And again, I'll touch on all of these as we step through, but you can see West Australian and Northern Territory based, so places with good mining culture and heritage. So yeah, clear path to production in those sort of locations. First one I'm going to start with today is the Tenant Creek Copper Project. I think the copper thematic is very positive at the moment. Seeing a lot of demand and very strong rise in prices over the last 12 months or so. This one has been mined historically going back probably 20 years now. Different pricing environment, different technologies. We believe it's primed to restart. You can see there that we've got an existing JORC resource of over 7 million tonnes at 1.7% copper. So that's a pretty significant resource and definitely gives us a great start in this region. The Tennant Creek region is also prospective for very high-grade gold copper deposits. It's had several of them over the years. So we're also, onto the next slide, looking at doing some exploration activities to explore those. These pictures are a bit busy there, but I guess the general message there is that there is significant exploration upside still available, even though this is a mature province and we've got existing open pit that we can access some of the ore through, and there's existing underground infrastructure which we may be able to also utilise if we can have some follow-up success there. So we're doing a project at the moment to basically rank and review all of our targets there with a view to getting some exploration drilling happening fairly shortly. And yeah, that'll be an exciting opportunity for us to be drilling some holes in an area that's got the prospectivity that Tennant Creek has. North Dam, I mentioned prospective for many minerals. Our key focus there at the moment is on lithium, given that there's been a number of historical discoveries in that area in recent times. You've got the Mount Marion mine, which has been in production for many years, and then you've got Develop's taken over Essential Metals down there. You've got the Bald Hill mine, which is less than 100 k's away as well. So quite a bit of infrastructure and historical success down in the region. So we've been doing work over the last 12 months or so since we acquired the project to fully understand it. Been doing a lot of work on the ground, mapping, soils analysis, etc. And that's now led us to having a pretty well-defined set of targets. We've got the programs of works approved by the government for that drilling program. We've just had our native title partners out there on the ground clearing the area for us, and we're now ready to move into drilling. We'd expect to start that within the next 4 weeks. So that's an exciting thing for people to be able to look forward to. This area is very prospective. We've also had some high-grade niobium shows down there historically, which we reported last year. Rock chips of up to sort of 46% of niobium, which is extremely high. So, and also some quite decent background levels of rare earths in the soil sampling. So, yeah, really looking forward to testing that area and seeing what it can deliver us. But yeah, certainly feels like somewhere that could be a game changer for us if we could have a bit of luck when they get the drilling program up and running. Again, the next one, probably about the hottest spot in Australia at the moment for exploration up in the West Arunta. People have seen WA1 go from sort of 20 cents to $20 on the back of their success in a significant niobium discovery up there. A few other parties are also moving along, Encounter and the like, having some success looking for both niobium but also prospective copper jurisdiction too. So we've picked up an interesting land holding up here. We've got 3 tenements that are working through the process of getting the heritage agreements in place to be able to commence detailed activities on the ground. We've got 2 of the tenements granted now. As I say, we still need to work through the heritage arrangements, but they're pretty well advanced. We've met with the group several times and got agreements in advanced form, etc. So we're just working to finalise those. And so once that's done, we'll be able to get on the ground and start pursuing things more actively. In this case, getting on the ground is probably not as insightful as it is in some of the other areas because you do have heavy sand cover in this region. So as opposed to, say, a North Dam, where getting on there and mapping the pegmatites is very insightful. In this case, a lot of the work is going to be more geophysical and magnetics and that sort of thing. So we've been able to get a good start on that by doing some work previously, looking at some magnetic data. And you can see from the slide that we've identified 9 different targets through that piece of work. And they're all things that once we get those approvals in place, we can look to do some further targeting work initially, but then ultimately to drill test a few of those targets. And if we can have some success, then obviously there's a strong precedent there for the huge value generation that can occur from success in this region. So very hot spot to be exposed to, and something that we're very pleased to be involved with. Just touch briefly on our JWE Iron Ore Mine. We're probably a little bit different to most juniors in that we have an exploration project that keeps us going, but we've also got a mine that ticks over and sells iron ore every month through the Geraldton port up to Southeast Asia and China. So we've been doing around 700,000 or 800,000 tonnes per annum, high grade, predominantly lump material. And we have good, strong demand for that from our customers. The project's quite a distance from the coast, so we have a higher OPEX as a result of that. But thankfully, we have this high-grade material and the lump premium, which helps to offset that. And using some hedging to manage price risk, we've been able to successfully operate that for 3 years so far. And yeah, we look forward to continuing to do that. I touched briefly on YARRA. It's got an existing resource. You can see from the map there, it's up near the Darwin port. And one of the key attractions of this one is it's kind of the complete opposite of the previous project where I mentioned it's quite a distance from the port. This one's super close to the port, only around 100 kilometres. So big advantage for us to be able to get it to port that quickly. And you can see we've got some 60+% iron ore there. And the last one to talk about is our Crossroads gold royalty. Basically, Northern Star's operating the project, and so great operator there. That's due to start production in the next few months, so that'll be a royalty stream coming in for us. So just to wrap up, you've got North Dam drilling coming up within a month. You've got a prospectivity review of the very historically successful Tennant Creek region. You've got the West Arunta tenements going through the grant process, getting the heritage approvals, and then getting on the ground doing work there, underpinned by royalties from the gold and our existing iron ore production. So yeah, pretty compelling package of value, I think, and appreciate the chance to update you on it.